Hi everybody, I dragged Jodie Davis to this event. No, that's not true.
No, I think I dragged you.
You mean you're a drag? No, that's not true. We dragged each other. Jodie and I are both on the board of directors for the Alliance for American Quilts.
And we are having this great weekend here in Manhattan. It's called Quilters Take Manhattan. It's been a whole weekend of really exciting things. And right now we're at the auction. This is, people can get all sorts of cool stuff.
I didn't look at the auction, you know why? Because they have brownies out there. And that's
He's
all I'm
eaten the
interested in.
whole table worth of brownies. But what we wanted to do now is, one of the things that the Alliance for American Quilt does is called Quilters Save Our Stories. And Mark just did an interview with Jay McCarroll from, he was the first winner of Project Runway.
First winner of Project Runway. He was also in Celebrity Fit Club. He was also has a movie about him. He also is a professor of fashion design at the Philadelphia College. Yeah.
Yep. And so what we wanted to do was give you an idea of what the Quilters Save Our Stories project is like. And there are all these questions that they ask when you do an interview. It's an oral history interview. So we have two people that we took out of the audience, and they happen to have something special, each of them with them. And so we thought we'd interview them.
Right, because it's really important that not only when you make your quilts that you have that as a record, but it's important to give it some provenance. It's important to give it a little bit of pedigree. How does it start? Where does it start? And what is your place in the quilting continuum? So that's what we're doing.
Yep.
So we found a couple of ladies here who actually won our little
Yeah, we did a little contest.
A little contest, and they're here. So I think we should talk to who? We have Laurie and Lisa. Who's first?
Who wants to be first, Lisa?
Come on, Lisa. Come on over.
Mathis.
All right.
Lisa is the 9-patch nurse. That's your blog, right?
Yes.
Get in between us. All right. So, how long have you been quilting?
Maybe 15 years.
Do you ever quilt naked?
These are not
Ever?
questions that are asked in the oral history.
Well, maybe I
Quilters
swim
Save.
like that, but no.
Well, sometimes I quilt naked, but I get a little scared. Okay.
We don't
Now, you brought us a quilt to see.
I
Jodie,
did.
Jodie is just too appropriate. We want to get to the soul of Lisa. That's what I want to do.
No. What happens is you're supposed to bring one
First of all,
quilt
she's a
that
nurse,
is
for
the
God's sake.
touchstone quilt. And so that's what Lisa brought, was the quilt that for some reason means a lot to her. And this may be a quilt that you made, or it may not be.
I did. I just finished it recently.
You did. Oh.
My daughter just graduated from college, so I wanted to make her a quilt.
Wow.
And I didn't know what to make, and then I was cleaning out her room and found this little notepad of hers, and it has this list of what she wanted to do in the summer.
Oh.
And these are all the things that she wanted to do that summer when she was about 11.
I love this. Now, come over here for a minute. I want you to see. Now, did you, in fact, did you design all this script, or was it from a pattern?
All the words were
yeah.
from Tanya McCutcheon's book, Wordplay Quilts,
Okay.
which I had, and I hadn't done any letters yet, so
How hard was that? Are they paper pieced?
No.
So they're just pieced?
You just cut little strips and you go for it.
It
And
is
sometimes they
beautiful.
come out the wrong size and you just make another one, but mostly...
Or you use them. I love
Why
them.
did you choose this as your touchstone quilt?
I think it means the most to me. She was really excited about it, and we had a lot of laughs when I found this and showed it to her. Because here I am cleaning her room out so I can put quilty stuff in it, and I didn't throw this out. I wanted her to know I was saving her precious things, and we just had a really good laugh about some of the silly stuff, like get more rabbit's feet. We don't remember her collecting rabbit's feet, but
I love this. Record music from radio. People don't even have radios anymore. That is so funny. It is really good. Ride bike, like you have to plan that.
she doesn't ride a bike. We live on a gravel driveway, so yeah, that was funny.
Can I ask you a question? Did you get teary looking at this? Did you get teary when you were going through this at all?
Well, we really laughed. We really laughed about it. We have a good sense of humor in my family, so.
This really will be a treasure for her.
That's right.
I mean, it's funny now, but at some point in her life, it's going to be a very emotional, deep treasure. I love this, Lisa. Thanks for being here. Thanks for telling our story. And listen, if you've never quilted naked, start. It's totally liberating.
My underwear first.
Oh, don't be a stick in the mud. I love that. Now, we have somebody else, don't we?
We do.
Okay.
Laurie.
Laurie, come over here.
Hi.
Oh, Laurie, maybe we need to put you on a stool.
I have my high
You can
shoes
get down
on.
on
Okay, let me ask. How tall are you?
4'9", my husband's 6'2".
Oh, I love that. He's my size. Okay, now Laurie, how long have you been quilting?
35 years.
Really? And who taught you?
Myself.
All by yourself?
I took a book and I decided to learn, and then at one point I did take lessons from a woman who had been quilting for 50 years. And she's still around, and she's still quilting. And so I learned with cardboard templates,
Yeah.
a 12-inch ruler, and a pencil, and that's all we had.
So
And
before
muslin
rotary
back-
cutters.
Oh, yeah. And muslin backing. Nothing was ever backing anything but
Is this one of
muslin.
your older quilts?
This is my first.
Your first
It's my first. Everything is done by hand because there wasn't machines.
What do you think about when you look at this quilt now?
I think about, I cannot believe how even my stitches were. And I cannot believe it is 35 years old.
35 years old, but you know what? This is so classic for
It
that
is.
time.
It is so
The look is just so. Look at this little calico.
And this is
here.
probably like the only cotton fabric there was
Just
around.
about, yeah, just about,
And
yes.
look what you chose for this.
Little calico. It's really funny.
It's so
reflective.
timely.
Now, do you quilt? How often a week do you quilt? How often? Or a month?
Every single day.
You do
But I
really-
can, yes, but I can. I try to do a little bit every day.
Now, Laurie, I'm going to ask you a question. Have you ever gone through a tough period in your life where quilting kind of saved it?
Yes. When I had breast cancer.
You had breast
Yes,
cancer.
and I used to take my quilting every time I went to chemo. And the nurses and everybody, every time when I was there, okay, what quilt is she working on now? What is she doing?
So what were you doing when you weren't well, you were ill? Were you actually appliquing, piecing, or quilting?
Piecing and quilting. Whatever I was at that point, I was doing. So I bring, and I was lucky I had a port instead of intravenous. So that I could use my arms and I would be bringing stuff in.
So what kind of comfort or what kind of structure did that give you during that time?
I took my mind off of everything. I took my mind off
Something
of
to
everything.
focus on.
And I was giving others enjoyment because they were having fun watching me do this. And I made a lot of things to donate. I donate to a lot of cancer areas. I donate quilts, I donate bags, I donate posters, a lot of things. Laurie is a great quilt. I also do the quilts for kids where I donate. That's why I had to learn how to use a machine.
And that's it.
Because you have to use a machine for those.
Do you machine quilt now?
I machine quilt, machine piece.
Come a long way.
That's a long way from
But
the...
I still, whenever I can, I do hand because I can take it with me.
And you're well now.
I am, yes, as a matter of fact, a month from today will be 5 years.
And that's the milestone.
That's exactly right.
Mwah.
So these are exactly like Mark was asking, those are some of the questions that are asked when we do our oral histories. And you can do them too. It's a grassroots effort. Anybody can do them. And they end up in the Library of Congress, which is really cool.
The Library of Congress, baby.
Isn't that cool?
Thank you. Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa.